Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Mile High Huddle. I am your host, Kim Becker, and joining me is publisher Chad Jensen. And Chad, George Paton gave his introductory press conference where he talked about a vague timetable for his big plans in the offseason. When should fans expect to know what Paton plans to do with Von Miller, as well as unrestricted free agents Justin Simmons and Shelby Harris?
Yeah, he kind of created, when you say vague, I mean, you're 100% right. The first thing George Paton talked about is not getting to any of those type of decisions until he's had a chance to sit down with his scouting department and all of the coaches and really just get a bead on not only where this roster is, but everyone's insight, everyone's opinion on each one of these players. With Von Miller, he's entering a situation where technically he's under contract, but it's a team option. It's the final year on his contract, and the Broncos have the option of whether or not to pick it up or not pick it up. That's not a decision. Most teams don't make those type of decisions until they're up against a deadline, and that's not going to come for many weeks yet. So I think in the interim, he's going to get a lay of the land. He's going to talk to all the scouts. He's going to talk to all the coaches, and then make a decision at some point in the near future. And of course, the ongoing criminal investigation into Von Miller right now that is being done by the Parker Police Department in Colorado, I'm sure will inform. He hasn't been charged with anything, Von Miller, but he is under criminal investigation, and that could inform George Paton's eventual decision on Von. And as it relates to Shelby Harris and Justin Simmons, look, they're free agents when the new league year officially opens in March. And that's another two situations, I should say, in which I think Paton's going to kind of slow roll it, talk to all his guys, talk to his staff, and make a decision. But I would expect him to try and retain both Justin Simmons and Shelby Harris if there's a way. And if you want to talk about there being a way, one of the easiest ways to do that, even with the salary cap coming down to no lower than $175 million this year, but still expected to drop, is to cut some dead weight. And by dead weight, I'm talking about Jarrell Casey, who the Broncos acquired via trade last year, played one or two games, and then spent the rest of the year on injured reserve after a bicep injury. AJ Bouye, the same injury. He was acquired via trade, couldn't stay on the field early. Then he finally gets on the field, not so good, and then he has to sit the final 4 games because of a PED suspension. So if you cut just those two guys who didn't really help you all that much in 2020, you're freeing up right about $25 million, which could really help you hold on to Shelby Harris and Justin Simmons. So he's going to, for now, he's not going to commit to any specific timelines or any specific courses of action. First things first for him is getting a beat on the coaching staff, getting a beat on the scouting department and the roster.
Yeah, well, a lot of moving parts, but obviously the general manager job is a huge one, so he needs to be well informed, and it sounds like that's exactly what he is trying to do. So, Chad, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll be following all of these moving parts in the near future. Thanks.
Thanks, Kim.